first, fast, accurate. You're watching WSBT-22 News at 5:30.
In the past 2 weeks, there have been several car break-ins and car thefts in downtown South Bend.
Many neighbors are concerned. Police saying this is the time of the year when these sort of crimes begin to pick up. WSBT-22's Suzanne Spencer did a little bit of digging on this. And Suzanne, when and where are these break-ins happening?
Jennifer, this is a map of downtown South Bend just to give you some perspective of where these sort of crimes are happening. East of the St. Joseph River downtown, here's Colfax and St. Louis Boulevard. This is really about the area that we're talking about. In the past 2 weeks, there have been 3 vehicle break-ins around this area, as well as at least 1 stolen car right at the intersection there of St. Louis and Colfax. On an early spring morning, Nicole Renninger was greeted with an unpleasant surprise.
I go to leave for work Tuesday morning and I come out and my car was just gone.
Her powder blue Mustang vanished near Colfax and St. Louis. She says the last thing she remembers was locking her vehicle.
The next day I alerted neighbors as soon as possible so they could, see if they saw anything and know to keep an eye on their cars.
That's when she heard she wasn't alone.
The next night, 2 neighbors, their cars were broken into.
Consoles, glove boxes torn apart, items spewed all over the car.
I've been a little paranoid since then, and especially knowing that, it happened again the next night, and now neighbors, and we're all kind of getting a little worried and trying to keep an eye on each other.
Neighbors in the area say this sort of crime isn't typical for the area, but a representative from the South Bend Police Department says they see an increase in break-ins when the weather warms up and school lets out. In fact, police say they've seen at least 11 car thefts in the past 2 weeks all over the city, but neighbors who are locking their doors say they aren't sure why it's happening to them.
She came over the night it happened and told me, and it was obviously worrying then, but to learn that a couple more had been broken into, it's obviously a little concerning.
And Renninger just wants her car back.
I don't consider this a bad area. Getting hit, 2 nights and, in a row, it makes you wonder.
Police say the vast majority of break-ins are happening because people leave their cars unlocked or thieves smash the windows. We'll have more information about how you can check crime stats, much like these that we showed you earlier on at 6 o'clock. In the studio, Suzanne Spencer, WSBT 22 News.